Is that alright for recording?
Yeah, you're right.
That was very impressive. There was a lot of information. I must applicate on the walls, but not on the floors.
Okay. Well, maybe we turn you into a floor master.
Of course, I'm trying. That's what I'm here for.
Awesome.
All right.
The ceramic is thicker, so ceramic is better for crack repair, pinholes, things like that. Resin thickness better for plug points.
Hey, good morning, good morning. Here we are. Happy Friday. So I'm heading towards airport this morning. I'm going to an epoxy flooring kind of expo. It's not a training, but it is kind of training. It's a learning thing. So I'm very interested to learn more stuff. So here I am, early morning. I'm in Maryland right now, and I live just right in front of the train station. So I just walk out and yeah, just wait for the train now. Okay, it's gonna be an interesting journey for me from here to Brisbane and back to here. Let's see what's gonna be. All right. A single trip to the airport, and now I have to wait another 10-15 minutes maybe. I couldn't sleep all night. We're excited for this. Hopefully it will be a best chapter. So the thing is, I've called a lot of friends of mine just to come along with me. It will be a good thing to go, but they refused to come. They didn't want. So it's kind of it's not easy as well, but it's not that difficult as well. So the thing is, life is very short. In that short amount of time, the more chapters you make, it is really about the dreams. Like, not that kind of dreams, but in a way that where you want to be in another fucking 5 years time. You want to be in the same spot where you are, or you were 5 years ago, or no, you want to be some. I know the thing that when you say, oh, I've got a lot of skills, but I can't even use one of them. You know, it happens for people, and I know that some of my friends, they said the same thing. It's better for me to stick with one thing, you know, the thing that I know. But for me, I feel like I've got big potential of getting far away from being so trapped in a small thing, you know. I feel like I have to be somewhere far. I have to struggle, and I'm struggling right now. It's not just work-life balance, it's everything. It's more peaceful at night. That a lot of stuff. Let's see what's happening. here I am, Central Station, to the platform 23. When you're traveling at night, you've got a lot of thoughts on your mind. You make a lot of promises, and hopefully we can here we are, domestic, getting closer and closer to go to Brisbane. Very excited for the day. Hopefully it's gonna worth it. Right. Recording every moment, so here we are. Just past the security checkups. Here we are going towards the gate number 13. Before that, take a small break, go to the toilet, and yeah. Hey, good morning Brisbane. Here we are, landed in Brisbane this morning. Alright, so going to see someone this morning. Hey, good morning, here we are. We are in Brisbane, and I've got with me Zabi. Hi everyone. Zabi is a painter. He's been working nearly how many years?
7-8 years.
7-8 years he's been working. So today we are going to see this APC materials at the expo. You can see there's a lot of cars parked in the road. Looks like it's gonna be a lot of people. Alright, so let's go in. Here we are, APC headquarters. Let's walk in the showroom. So here we are.
Yeah, come on down.
Alright, so far we had two announcements regarding the digital marketing and text and stuff. So now the live demonstration starts from here. We're gonna record. Hopefully we can record everything.
Get anything out of the demos today, any knowledge you weren't aware of, picked up some tips and tricks you can use on site. I'm going to ask you to go to our YouTube channel and hit subscribe. You'll see Matt there. You'll see him in our tech talks, wealth of knowledge in those videos. so on and so forth. But it's a skill that's gained over time. Where a lot of beginner applicators fail is they think that it's a cookie cutter method, that you can go in and just go, I'm going to put this down in this order and do this, and not actually read the room, read the concrete, and be adaptive to certain changes. Okay, you might have grimed, patched and primed, and in your prime coat you're seeing bubbles. Well, that would tell me you might have a soft slab or pinholes in the slab. Okay? And when you start getting into the higher end finishes, diamond finishes, metallic marble, you really need to be aware of those at the early stages, or they can cause pitfalls. You get your slab off-gassing on you, you start getting bubbles in your coating, so on and so forth. One of the methods I used to use, and we teach, is a scratch coat. So if you do have a slab that's either soft or got a lot of pinholes or a lot of spider cracks through it, I'm going to teach you two methods today on how to scratch coat that quickly. You can do it over large floors with a stand-up trowel. You can do it over smaller floors like this with a hand trowel. I'm going to show you two methods. One using our GP clear and ceramic to create a more concrete. You can do that also, just add more ceramic. The next we're going with today is equal parts. So if I've got 3 litres of GP clear, I'm going to put 3 litres of ceramic in there. Okay? If I've got 750 mils, I'm going to put 750 mils of ceramic. So equal parts ceramic to the mix. Obviously, I'm not going to leave all this crap. I would blow it off back in the floor. But it's here for a reason, because I'm going to show you what happens. I'm trying to get it to simulate concrete dust, because these mortar mixers, as you work with them, they pick up concrete dust or dust off of the floor and start to thicken up. If we can get that to happen today. So there's two methods. If I'm putting down like a thicker film mortar pad, then I can, it's good practice to knock down your edges and keep your surface as flat as possible, so you're not the next day sanding all the dags and drips and things like that off. As you get 5, 6, 7 square metres in, you're going to get things like this happen where, I don't know if you can see it, but there's lines all through it because I've picked up rocks and stones. So, what I want to do is I wouldn't be using this bucket, I'd be using another bucket. I'd be scraping those up, cleaning the rocks and stones out, so that I get a cleaner finish. Now, when it starts thickening up, you can either discard it, or if you're two rules with these buckets. Don't trust the handle, that's why we took it off, and never turn it upside down on your job.
يناديك يا سنة مش صباح تختار خبري همیشه وقتی که متری کار نه گیر خواهیم از لاینر می مثلا این چارگوش کسی نه زیر خواهیم بیاد از این کنجا بگیره کنجا چرا؟ چرا مثلا تو اینا لبور کن بیزانه که تو چور کنی او اید رقم خوب شنه چرا سنگ رقم سنگ یا چیز هسته بیزانهاش امیر رقم ازی طرف بس خانه های کلانه و مرقم خوب شنه مثلا بین گراج و بین چیز که تو کار نی و نو رقم ولی کسته لاین ولی بس خواب یه توخم چیز دار نی نه زرورق کسته دیگر رقم کنه او زرورق که منه رنگ میکس نه منه زو که میکس کرد با زو
When you come to your walls and
منه
corners,
زو
it's good
چیز
to have a
کسته
brush.
زرورق میشه
Just dip it in the product and brush it around the edge. All you want to do is break the surface tension so that the product's able to flow. You'll see that when there's product two rules with these buckets. Don't trust the handle, that's why we took it off. And never turn it upside down on your job.
اینا دیگه کسته نه اشتباه ریخته خبری همیشه وقتی که
Just going to
متدی
charge
کار
this roller up
نه
so I can start pushing these
گیر
puddles
خواندن
around.
دیت لاینر میه مثلا این چارگوش کسته نه این زیر
I'm
خنده
not actually rolling the floor because I want a heavier film thickness than that.
چرا؟ که مثلا تو اینا لبور کن بزنه تو جور کنی او اید رقم
This is where
خوب
it
شنه
knocks
چرا
squeegee
سنگ
comes in
رقم
handy.
سنگ یا چیز
Makes it
هسته
quicker and easier to
بیزنوش میره کن مزید طرف
pull the product over the floor.
بس خانه کلانه و مرکم خوب شنه مثلا بین گراج و بین چیز که تو کار نی و نو رقم اینا لی کسته لاین خیلی بس خواب یه تو خم چیز دار نی نه زرورق کسته دیگر رقم کنه او زرورق که منه رنگ میکس نه منه زو که میکس کرد با زو
When you come to your walls and corners,
منه
it's
زو
good
چیز
to have a
کسته
brush.
زرورق میشه
Just dip it in the product and brush it around the edge. All you want to do is break the surface tension so that the product's able to flow. You'll see that when there's product
نیر توخو اسنی تاره تبانا
Misti se ma wala das so regli تقريبا
آره ای کسته با این چی ریگ است این می
ریگ
وزیر ایر خبری قنجه خود از چیز اینا چند رقم اپوکسی داره نه بازور قدزو میکس منه دیگه ای چرا که ای ارزانه باز زودم خوش میشه از او خاطر ایر کسته ده طعم از نه که مثلا اینا زیاتری جایر که تو مثلا بابل چیز منی اپلای منی بازو بابلز منه باز وقتی که تو ازی اپلای نی بازو بابلز دیگه نمایه با این چیز آره اینا اپوکسی که تو اپلای نی رقم پروبلم داره
باز زمان خوش میشه نه باز پاسیر یک بادی تو نمیلی دیگه
نه دیگه آره ای سند میشه یا سند میشه یا خوب سه صاف کار کردی دیگه نمیخوای سند کنی از باچ بلیش کس اونجومه یا اونو سل کو این دفعه او کسته پورا آره مثلا نیر که تو صاف کار کردی باز از او که اپلای کردی این دفعه دیگه ای ریدی میشه بلده اونجور رقم بلیش تو مثلا رنگ سفید شونی دیگه رقم کار کردی Hey, so here we are, we saw some of the application has been done. I've recorded the whole process and we had the slip test Australia here as well. They tested some of the floor and the ratio was alright. So here we are, we just want to have a chat with one of the boys, the applicators. Hope where's everyone here around. Let's have a chat with this. Hey mate, how are you?
Yeah, good. I'm John.
Good. Zach, nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Is that alright for recording?
Yeah, you're alright.
That was very impressive. There was a lot of information.
I tried to strip it back. But yeah, it's hard. 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah, I know. Like you have to be. Yeah, you don't want to miss anything important as well.
So where are you from?
I am from Sydney.
Okay.
Yeah, we fly here this morning
Whereabouts in Sydney?
in Maryland.
Okay, where's that?
Maryland's near to Parramatta.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew grew up Hills District.
Oh, okay, Kelvin. Yeah, we did a lot of projects in that area. We still have a lot of projects in that area. Yeah.
So you're in the epoxy space?
I'm trying to get.
Okay.
Yeah, but my main business is we do Venetian plaster.
Okay.
Yeah, so Venetian plaster is also like a decoratives.
Yeah.
But it's mainly for walls. Like you have like polished plaster walls looking like marble, things like that, decoratives. Yeah. So regarding your work, so I just want to get some information from you, like if you can help me.
Yeah, for sure.
I will show you, like if that's all right, I will show you my Instagram. We do like email marketing, we do like advertising on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
And
is that paid ads?
yeah, paid ads, yeah, Boost, and even like Google.
Yeah.
With my website, we do like a lot of backlinks, SEO, like pretty much a lot
So
of
you
work.
got your head wrapped around it?
Kind of, but it's kind of like we're still lost. It doesn't give us any directions, but I think it's getting better.
Yeah.
But in terms of like followers on Instagram, it's like whenever we try to advertise something, we get some customers like or followers.
You feel like you kind of got to keep paying.
Yeah, keep paying to get that.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if it works that way or not. People just follow you.
Like, obviously, I sort of see paying as you getting more eyes on you.
Yeah.
But once you sort of capture that audience, that's where that brand play sort of comes in.
Yeah.
And nurturing that audience and just educating and getting good content out. And that's sort of a two-prong approach that we sort of like to employ. But yeah, like I said, sort of having those three areas. So the brand foundation really strong. Vision, values of the business is, website that can convert, and then also that sort of marketing touch on the side. So
our website as well, it's all right. I mean, like it's just I don't do a lot of stuff on the website. Like website is also like always up to date.
Yep.
But we don't receive a lot of customers from the website.
Yeah.
But there is like some inquiries, like people.
So you sort of like identified what that ideal customer is? Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. We've tried to identify like who are we selling it to? Like it's mainly for the people, But it sometimes when we talk to the customers, we can see like it's totally sometimes like that ideal or customer that we want is totally different than like we were like expected to.
Okay.
Yeah. But then also like regarding the prices as well, like because we do, it's mainly for new houses and like a lot of people can't afford to, like doesn't have to, like it's for decoratives, like normal living people, they don't bother to see. Yeah, it's a little bit of because when you do a normal painting in house, that's it. A lot of people are happy with that. But our like we are specializing in like micro cement or Venetian plasters. So micro cement is going to be another level up because we're saying like why settle for normal paint? Do Venetian plaster that the wall. We did advertising that we say Venetian plaster. Our wall speaks to you before you say anything. Okay. So that's kind of advertising that we do. But if you don't mind, I will show you like what we're doing in here. So this is kind of like if I'll just stop this. Hey, so we had a chat with these other guys. Saman kar mı peş znak kardeşler?
ऐसे सही है
Anjay shaka kar ne ma tora bagim bende.
كثير من جدا
Yani ni kasa foundation naam shkrisa, i kasa asli sahib है zi company है. अरे asli sahib
بس ما طلبني مو مشكلة
فرق ना के याद में कर देगा. इना ट्रेनिंग हम दरा बस बंदे ट्रेनिंग कसा अलग पैसा मिलेगा.
पैसा मिल रहा है
अरे
ما اليوم
हम तो मोरे गब में देगा. Hey Chris, how are you?
Thanks for coming.
No problem. Good. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
Is that alright for recording?
Yeah, of course, of course.
Oh, this is Zabit.
Nice to meet you.
He lives in here in Queensland, in Brisbane. Yeah.
Yes. Where did you come up from?
I came from Logan.
Yeah, okay. And yourself?
From Sydney.
Yeah, he came from
They came all the way to Sydney for us?
Yeah. I do Gems Venetian, but we're trying to open another new section for
in
Gems.
Queensland?
Not in Sydney for Gems Epoxy.
To do with epoxy?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
So I've tried some of your products and yeah, it was,
enjoyed it so far this morning?
beautiful. Yeah, this morning so far is like, I reckon that was good. Especially the other guys, they give it a lot of information.
11:30 the big announcement happens, so
Okay.
make sure you hit for that as well.
Of course, I'm gonna be all day. All right,
guys.
thanks so much. Appreciate it. Peace. Oh, yeah, man. Okay, so here we are going to the Sleep Australia test. Just trying to have some talk with them. Just trying to get some information. This is the machine. كل صار كلايش كذا شو ذاك النهار
خاطر دي قاس هي مكتبه
كل
But if you've got like lumps and stuff, you know what I'm saying.
How are you, Andrew? Master applicator.
How are you going?
Good, thank you. I've been
Master applicator?
I'm a master applicator on the walls, but not on the floors.
Okay. Well, maybe we turn you into a floor master.
Of course, I'm trying. That's what I'm here for.
Awesome.
All right. So, can you give us some information about what is the difference between the first layer that you pour it on and the second one, and
The scratch coating?
Yeah, the scratch
It's just
coating.
two different products and two different methods.
It is similar thing. It will
One slightly
similar
finer
work.
than the other. So the resin thickness slightly finer, and the ceramic is thicker. So ceramic's better for crack repair, pinholes, things like that. Resin thickness better for like doing full scratch coats over.
But in terms of bubbles and all that, which one works best?
Either of them will bubble.
Either of them will bubble.
Neither of them will bubble, and it'll stop the bubbles coming up.
Okay.
The outgassing of the slab.
So, what is the best thing to use to stop from the bubble, like the bubbles coming through?
It's case by case. What system, what product, what's the environment? Like there could be a million things contributing to it.
Yeah.
But most of the time, it's either outside conditions, like you're coating in direct sun. Okay, so the top of the product you're using is skinning off before what's underneath. So when it tries to cure, it bubbles.
Yeah.
The other one, if it's indoors, is if the concrete's too porous or got pinholes. And then throughout the day, as the slab cools down and heats up, it expands and contracts. When it does that, it releases air. They come out of those pinholes.
Yeah.
and cause a bubble.
Even if you put the flakes, you will see the bubble.
Flakes hide the bubbles a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if they're coming up when you're flaking, usually the flakes pop them.
Exactly.
And you don't,
So it won't be a
you don't see
problem.
it.
Yeah.
It must when it's something like this.
Something like this, or metallic, or things like that. But you've got to be careful because if you are getting bubbles while you're flaking, there's a chance that when you put your top coat down, it might bubble too.
Yeah.
Another question regarding the final application, like especially on the metallics.
Yes.
What would be the best way to apply it without any sort of you see, especially this kind of floor, you can see like small.
Yep.
Like I've done it like
I said in the demo, it all comes down to controlling the environment. You need to keep it as dust free as possible.
But inside the house, I've tried to do it, but still, like when it was dried, you pour your hand, like you touch the surface, you could have feel the small, grits in
there. Get the surface clean enough. It's very hard. It's not,
but that's
it's
too
not hard, but I'll
That's
show
too
you
hard to
further.
try to get everything of the contamination is gone.
Yeah.
Yes.
If it's contaminated, it's too hard.
But in this
Like,
so these are all yours.
yep.
Nice. Beautiful.
This is one I repaired.
Wow.
Try and get down to the
It's a
metallic.
gallery here.
11 years of work.
Are you
Wow.
actually doing this outside?
I'm not now because I work for APC, but I had a business for 11 years installing. Like, I did. This is the bike shop I did. This is Williamstown in Victoria.
Okay.
That's metallic. So you can get it. You can get it like
Super
very
nice.
clean,
Yeah.
but you just got to clean everything. Like,
But what would be the, you know, for example, let's see that happens, like small, you know, a small grease here and there. You're gonna see. What would be the solution for it? How to get that one
give it a
fixed?
light sand and put a clear coat down.
Clear coat is gonna fix it.
Yep. If you give it a light sand with a polyvac or a pole
Yeah.
sander, like a drywall sander,
Yeah.
My work.
yeah.
And okay, that's I reckon that's a good
Like if you
thing.
look, and film thickness. Like
Yeah.
The more product you put down hides
Yeah, the more it's gonna be. Yeah.
because the dust gets swallowed.
Yeah. And what is so I've used like epoxy glaze, and there's also like a polyspartic. Is it the same? And there's also another one like a for what do you call the UV protection thing?
That's Sparta, yeah.
Sparta, polyspartic,
Or
yeah.
tetrathane.
Yeah.
That's more for outside area, right?
No, indoors. too.
Indoors,
Yeah. All epoxy will yellow. No matter
Yeah.
the
All
brand,
epoxy
no
will
matter the
yellow,
type, it'll yellow over time.
Even if you put the
not if you put the UV blocking, UV stable top.
so what is the process like? You have to put the UV protection on top of it, or in the middle, or
On the
what is
top.
on the top? So once your glazing is done, and then you pour.
Yeah.
Like how much does the like what is the ratio of like mixing and the ratio of
Depends
application?
what product you're using. Sparta is a 1-to-1 mixing ratio.
Yeah.
And you apply it at 6 square meters per liter.
Yeah. And for the UV protection,
Yeah. If you do 2 coats of Sparta 60 at 6 square meters per liter,
Yeah.
you'll get the UV package and it'll protect your floor. It won't go yellow.
you won't go yellow.
We've got floors outside in Queensland that have been there 15 years
Yeah,
and
wow.
still the same colour.
Didn't change anything.
But there's a difference between UV stable product and UV block. Some products on the market are UV stable in and of themselves, which means that product won't yellow, but it won't protect what's underneath it. Our top coats will protect the epoxy underneath and stay clear itself.
And regarding the sealers, like for the normal sealers like that in there, so if we apply it on any surface, which one will be like a impregnating sealer? Like it doesn't, it blocks the the water goes
We
in.
don't have a penetrative sealer.
No.
We've got a densifier, it's not out there. We've
Yeah.
got a densifier that somewhat acts as a penetrative sealer,
Yeah.
but we don't have a penetrative sealer.
But these ones are all the floor has been polished, densified, and then after the sealer has been applied.
Densified. They've
No?
just been ground and coated, cut and coated.
Honey coat. Wow.
But that one is still. This is like the water doesn't penetrate through that.
Yeah,
is
because
it?
it's a topical sealer on there.
But I've applied the liquid in matte. I've applied it in one of my jobs,
Yep.
like a different application, not for concrete. It's a different on the like a micro cement,
Yep.
and it didn't work for me.
I don't know why, I can't say.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't there, I think.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard for me to comment.
Yeah, it didn't work. And then after I tried to put epoxy, like the polyspartic, I've tried to seal it with that, but there was another problem after. So the problem was like because epoxy sealed it up, and some areas like some slightly polished harder, and the color was changed because we applied micro cement with the white color, and some areas like a little slightly polished hard. It removed the surface, but those areas the epoxy went through and it just changed the color, and it dried like that.
It will. Some products with solvent in them will change the color of the sand.
Yeah.
It's in the micro sand. It's in the micro cement.
Yeah.
If that happens, it'll change the color of the job.
What would be the best option then?
I can't give you one because we don't sell micro cement.
No, I mean like the for
So I don't know. Like you're talking about a product I'm not
Yeah,
familiar with.
yeah.
No, you must know because you are the technician.
Yeah, but anyways, like regarding the sealers, what sealers do you suggest? Like any that doesn't change the color, or doesn't matter, like micro cement, like concrete.
Going to be your closest one.
Yeah, the liquidane was good, didn't change any colors, but it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. Yeah,
Whereas, like I said before, the solvent is what changes the color.
yeah,
It doesn't have solvent in it. Liquidane because it's water-based.
yeah. Okay, and one more question regarding
We
densifier.
have a Q&A panel
Yeah.
at the end.
I've got more questions for that.
VIP, you know.
So regarding densify, like once you start densifying the floor,
Yeah.
so you keep pouring the densifier and then polishing so it can just be densified and hard after it doesn't affect it. Is it?
Depends on the densifier you're using, whether it's lithium or potassium.
What is that? What?
We sell a potassium densifier.
Potassium,
Lithium's better.
lithium,
Yeah, but
potassium.
it's more expensive, and you just have to follow the instructions on that particular one that you're using. Some require you to keep it wet for 40 minutes to an hour. Some allow you to just spray it down at a certain coverage rate and let it set, so it densifies up, and then you polish.
Break is over. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Take care. Nice
All right.
to meet you.
Thank you, buddy.
Take care.
Within about 2 weeks, I got my first job. I'll never forget that first job. You know, it was a Durac. It was probably 70 squares, and it was rubbish. But you know, over my time, I thought I'd say yes to everything, and then if I buggered it up, I'd call that the learning curve. So there were some weekends that I'd spend all weekend, and then Shemaine would ring me and go, "Are you coming home?" I said, "Oh, I've got a few hours left." She'd go, "You've been there all weekend, the job's only worth $550. And then I'd say, "That's the learning curve." So, you know, when we started off, if you're not going backwards on the products, fine. If you're only losing your labour, that's how we built the knowledge. So I used to take on everything, and I used to bugger a lot of things up, and I used to fix a lot of things up, but that's where the basic knowledge of ABC went down to all the spec sheets and how to apply and how to do this, is because I was used to it. Then, as they were installing, I was getting a bigger installing company. They were asking where we bought the products from because they wanted to put it in themselves. So I didn't want to really do concrete sealer because there wasn't a lot of dollars in concrete sealer. I'd rather do the flake. So I used to try and say, "Oh, well, we'll just sell you the sealer," and that's where the shop started. So Shemaine started selling sealer out of the shop, and the fella I was buying the epoxy from, she started getting him to make drums to sell in the shop. All this time, Christopher was chewing up the internet at home. You know, like I couldn't even get on the internet because it was so slow. So in the background, Chris was building websites, SEO, and a few other things. Was all this time we weren't even into internet yet. Shemaine was doing mail outs. Where to mail out, you know, as the install company. And then finally, you know, we had to get rid of the install company, which was pretty big at the time. We had to make a choice whether to go into the knowledge of the flooring or to stay into install, and this is where we are now. So I don't have an install company anymore. I couldn't sell it. We just closed it down and we put that knowledge into this business, and that's where we are now. So I think I'll leave it with Andrew after that. That's our brief description of how we started. I don't know if I want to elaborate. That's probably it. So thanks for listening to that 5 minutes.
Part of 60 sitting at around 65% solid, sitting around 70% actually, and this is sitting 95.
So it's now meant to this continuous plastic is not there's some talk of potentially going to replace that.
No. As far as 60 is the number one thing, growing up a month. And we need to really take out. Be careful when walking on your spikes that you're not walking on the logo. It should pierce it and you shouldn't have an issue. But what can happen is if it does pierce it and you lift up and it peels the sticker and then epoxy gets under there, you're going to have some issues, right? So be careful. You remember the hardware, right? Can you go here and add? Okay. If you're going to use it freely, make sure it's very soft. You don't want to pull the edge of the sticker up.
You're looking at 3 mil thickness.
With 1 metre per square metre, you're going to get about 1 millimetre across the floor.
But it's the whole system.
Oh, okay, the total thickness. Well, with this, yeah, you're probably looking at closer to maybe 4.5.
What do you do to manage the edges? Because they're obviously acute.
The
edge. So if you're running in a warehouse, something like this where you've got you're finishing the doorway and stuff.
Yep. So what I used to do is mask up like I have here. If it's a doorway, I'd put a store cut and then the angle plates up against the store cut. Then my product rolls into up against the store cut, and then I put a transition strip down between the two flooring junctions. Usually I liquid nail it down. Never a problem. I don't know if that's right. All I'm doing is pushing the panel around and make sure that the floors to each other. It's good to have a brush get up against the edges, break that surface tension so it can flow all the way there. Then start across the floor. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
याद मेरी सी कोई चीज़ सामान है ना
I just did that.
Brisbane. Ah, look at them. Salam, here we are somewhere out in Brisbane. So now let's go back to another destination. Destination F. Okay, so it's a good spot. There's a big park out here. It's good weather. Let's go back to another place. Hey, here I am. I'm back in Sydney again. Going to the train and go back to home. Take a rest. Sydney Airport. Best thing. I've got trains available at the airport.